Hello, welcome to the Kidney Kitchen. Today we're doing a Greek lamb with some orzo pasta. Apart from the Italian orzo, very much a Greek influenced dish this one. We've got some lovely feta cheese, black olives, sun-blushed tomatoes, fresh oregano, fresh peppers. Lots to do, so we better crack on. First of all, we're going to put some dried herbs on our lamb. We've got some shoulder lamb here, good for this type of dish. It's going to be cooked in the oven, so better than a leg of lamb. Shoulder lamb's cheaper as well and takes very well to that style of cooking. Then we've got some dried thyme, dried oregano and some mint. There you go, so I'm sort of trying to coat each individual piece with a little bit of those flavours. I've used about a teaspoon of each, teaspoon of oregano, mint, thyme, whichever ones you want. Those other Mediterranean herbs you could use as well. There we go, all your herbs on there. Now we're going to get it on the stove and give it a nice fry and brown it off. Nice hot pan, a good splash of olive oil. There you go, as you can see you've got a nice hot pan there. Want to fry this for about 5 minutes, okay, just to get a nice colour on it and to seal off your lamb shoulder. There you go, you see that nicely starting to brown off now. The smell as well, it smells lovely. I always say that it smells nice, but this one really does. Those dried herbs, especially the mint, comes through lovely. So there you go, we're going to give that about 5 minutes on the stove here. Nice bit of colour on it. And while that's on there, we can start prepping the rest of our vegetables. Right, next we're going to finely chop our onions. Just a couple going in there. Please be careful when doing this, you don't have to do it as fast as I do. Keep your fingers right out the way. There you go, they don't have to be too fine. It's not as if you're all going into the finished dish. Those have got to be, you know, really neat and tidy. I'm quite lucky with onions, they don't usually make me cry, but some days I've heard people put spoons in their mouths to stop them crying and things like that, but I'm quite lucky, that doesn't affect me like that. So there you go, a couple of onions nicely diced, and then we're going to put that into our lamb. I've preheated my oven, 180 degrees C, about gas mark 6, and then we're going to put the lid on it and stick it in the oven. That smells great. Now we're going to put some spices in there now. I've got some ground cumin and some smoked paprika. I've got about a teaspoon of each there. If you like it a bit more spicy, just up that a little bit if you like. So that smoky paprika is very nice. There you go, and we've talked before how important it is to fry your spices off so you've not got that really raw flavour. So again, we'll give that a few minutes just to fry off in there. So that's the spices nicely fried off. A couple more ingredients got to go in, a tin of tomatoes readily available from the shops. You know, just blanched tomatoes, you can use fresh tomatoes if you wanted to, but just a tin of chopped tomatoes would be fine. And we've got some low salt chicken stock, about 150 mils we're going to add to the dish there. Okay, that's your stock in and your tomatoes. I'm just going to pop a bay leaf in, or a couple of bay leaves. I'm lucky to have a big bay tree in my garden, so I'm using some fresh ones. Dried ones will be fine if you can't get those. And that's going to take about an hour and a half until the lamb's nice and tender. Lid on it, in the oven, and then we can take it out and finish it a bit later on. So that's half a stock gone in there, kept a bit back for the second part of the dish. Okay, it's an hour and a half's passed. I've just had a test of the lamb. It's nice and just about tender. So we've got a few other ingredients to go in there that will need prepping. First of all, a red pepper. There you go, just take the seeds out. Again, it doesn't have to be nice and neat. Just going to nice big dice of these. There you go. So there's a nice bite-sized chunks of pepper. And we've got a few sun-dried tomatoes or sun-blushed tomatoes you can use. There you go. So just going to grab the lamb from the oven. Just be careful when you take the lid off, because obviously there's a lot of steam there. And there you go, the lamb's just about cooked. It's created a lovely sauce there. And I'm going to add the rest of our ingredients. So sun-dried tomatoes, chopped up peppers. How nice does that smell? Even the camera lady's drooling. Black olives. Pitted black olives we've got there. And then last of all, our orzo. And it will swell up to at least double its size, the orzo. So we're going to add a little bit more of the stock that we had left from before. We're going to just top the pan up. And then we'll pop that back into the oven for about another half an hour. Fantastic. See you in half an hour. Do remember this is extremely hot, so be careful when you take your lid off. And that smells amazing, even if I say so myself. Let's just check the orzo's cooked. Yep, perfect. Still a little tiny little bit of bite to it. This is what you want. Now to plate up a bowl of this lovely dish. Make sure you've got an even amount of peppers in there and olives and your sun-dried tomatoes. There you go. That's a really hearty dish of food there. It looks lovely. There you go. And into that we're just going to put a bit of, crumble a bit of feta cheese. Again, another one of those Greek influences in this dish. A bit of crumbly feta. There's some few fresh herbs just to finish off. Bit of mint there. And then just roughly chop some fresh oregano, some parsley. There you go. Okay, there's a lovely plate of food. Just going to invite Laura now, our dietitian here today, to come and give it a try.
Wow.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. It looks amazing.
Good, give it a go. Tuck in, see what you think.
I was just thinking this would be a good kind of meal to make in advance. So if somebody's on dialysis or something, they could have it, cook it, and then reheat it when they got home.
No problem at all, absolutely, yeah. It's all done in a pot, so yeah. You
and get all the tidying up done out of the way, can't you?
For sure, absolutely. Have a go.
But yeah, it looks brilliant. So nice strong flavours in here, but no added salt or anything, which is good.
No. And I think all the flavour comes through the spices and the herbs. I don't think you need anything else myself. And I use low salt chicken stock as well in there.
Yeah, perfect.
I like orzo, I think it's great. Again, if you don't have to use lamb either, you can use chicken or pork as an alternative, a cheaper option.
Yeah, or for sort of a lower protein option, you could have some chickpeas or something, kind of add to that Mediterranean type.
Even leave the lamb out altogether. Vegetarian, you could use tofu or butter beans or chickpeas, something like that as well.
Yeah.
It's veggie friendly.
Brilliant. And so things like pasta and rice are sort of nice and kidney friendly because they're low in potassium. So
and the orzo is vegan friendly as well.
Yeah, which is brilliant. It's quite a good thing in stews and things.
I think that's great.
Yeah, it's lovely. Nice winter warmer.
Absolutely.
Nice and filling.
Brilliant. Thank you for trying it.
Right.